I want to talk about the difference between fasting and keto and which one is better. I had this question come up underneath one of the descriptions in my YouTube videos, so I want to just talk about it. So when we talk about keto, we're talking about low carb. Now you could do keto with zero carb. You could do that, but most people have just a small amount of carb. They might have it between 20 and 50 grams. But when you're doing fasting, you're bringing it down to no carbs because you're not eating anything, okay? So just for the fact that you have no carbs means that you're going to have way more ketones than when you do actually do keto if you compare them together. Now, with keto, you're going to be eating at a certain frequency. And every time you eat, regardless of what you eat, if there's any significance of calories, you're going to stimulate something called GIP, okay? That's in the small intestine. That triggers a spike in insulin. So even though you're consuming low carbohydrates, you are stimulating insulin when you eat to a certain degree. But over here, when you're fasting, there's no GIP stimulated. So you're going to have a lot lower insulin and a lot more ketones that are generated. All right, next thing is that when you actually are in ketones, you will stimulate certain genes that will help you in various ways. But when you're fasting, you actually enhance even additional genes that have to do with survival and definitely have to do with anti-aging and longevity, which will help the brain become more focused and the heart to become more efficient. And those ketones that are generated for both will actually increase more oxygen in the body and less CO2. And ketones in general act as antioxidants. Now with fasting, you're going to get much more autophagy. And that is a condition where your body is recycling old damaged proteins and turning them into new tissue. Now with ketosis, you are going to get some autophagy, but not nearly as much. So just by looking at these two alone, you can see that fasting has a much more powerful impact on your health than just ketosis. But I recommend you combine them together because they will have a compounded effect. The benefits will be enhanced because doing one will help the other. Doing this will help that. It'll be easier to do because when you're doing fasting and then you eat, if you actually eat keto, less carbs, your cravings will be diminished. You won't be hungry as much. But if you're doing fasting and you're doing higher carbohydrates, you may find that, number one, it's going to bump you out of ketosis for longer, and you're going to be actually craving for more carbs. So that's one little issue with that. So eating keto makes fasting easier. Now, when you're doing keto and not doing intermittent fasting, you may not see the benefits that you would, especially with weight loss, anti-aging, cognitive effects, especially if you're doing keto with keto snacks. So you're doing 3 meals with a snack in the morning, lunch, and at night. You're probably going to really diminish your results. So if you're trying to lose weight and you're doing keto but not IF and you have a slow metabolism, you may find that you're going to actually stall or plateau sooner or later. So combining both of these will definitely allow you to achieve your health goals much faster. Now, if you're new to my channel and you're not sure how to do it, I'm going to recommend doing what's called the healthy version of keto, as well as intermittent fasting, and I put a link down below of exactly where to get that plan. So I wanted to say thank you so much for watching my videos. I really, really appreciate it. Now, if you have benefited from my information or videos and want to share it with the world, I would love to have you write up a success story. So click the link down below, fill it out, and let's let people know the benefits of healthy keto and intermittent fasting.